Hello everyone, hope you're doing okay. So I've got another brilliant guest coming up for you now. She is insanely talented and her vocals are just off the chart. Please take a listen to my interview with Shan Ako.
Has music always been a big part of your life, and do you know where your passion and love for it stems from?
Oh, it's yeah, for sure. It's been the biggest, probably one of the biggest parts of my life. Like, yeah, from when I was young and from when I can remember to now, and hopefully my future as well. I'd say it stems from my family, home life.
Yeah.
My dad, he's very much into like reggae and soul and gospel
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. So I grew up on that a lot. So I was like
Yeah.
surrounded by it 24/7. Yeah, and also my mom, she loves music. Her collection of music is crazy. So we'd always be dancing to music. Like music just was so important in our household, like
Yeah.
in terms of creating and also in just our general vibe. It added a
Yeah.
lot.
Amazing, amazing. So do you have a favorite genre of music?
It's a tough one. I feel like these days it's hard because there's so much out there.
There is, I
But
know.
I, oh, it's really tough. But from gospel music to reggae to like 80s, 90s, and also I love pop. Oh my god, tough one. Love a bit of jazz, but yeah, oh, I just love it all now. But my main ones are like R&B, reggae. I'm just gonna say them all again. It's so hard. R&B, reggae, so pop. But
It
yeah,
is
those,
really hard because they all make you feel something different. That's like for me, you
yeah,
know, you can like listen to something like, a good piece of classical music and you're like, oh, this is lovely, and like it makes you feel like this, that, and the next thing. And
yeah,
then like you say, a good 80s like banger, and you're like, oh yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I feel like there's music and the entertainment industry has expanded so much
Yeah,
from the 80s. It's like there's so much choice now. And
definitely.
I feel like there can be a different genre that fits your mood for a different day.
Definitely, definitely.
Um,
What about singing? Like, is there a favorite genre of music that you sing?
I'd say love a bit of like soulful pop.
Yeah,
I always put myself in a soulful pop category in terms of
yeah,
singing. There's R&B. I'm gonna go down a list again. Bit of reggae. Wine.
yeah. It's true, it's true. And sometimes it's really hard. Like, a lot of the things that I love, like, don't really suit my voice, so I don't really sing.
Mm,
Um, but not in public. I mean, at home,
yeah,
I'll just bash anything out.
yeah, probably like rap isn't really my sort of genre that I haven't tapped into it yet.
Who
um,
knows?
right? And like with the whole, Les Mis is quite classical, so that's
Yeah,
different. Musical theatre,
yeah,
I'm quite new to that. So yeah, it's like I'm getting to know more. So I'm adding more to my
yeah.
basket as time goes.
Definitely. It's exciting though, isn't it? Because sometimes
Yeah,
you can put yourself in a category and go, I know this suits my voice. And then like you just expand it a little bit, or somebody gives you a taste of it and you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize that that also can suit me.
yeah, exactly that. It's what makes us so interesting as well.
Definitely. So you said there that you've always loved music. Describe your journey from when you were little to all the way to where you are now.
Um, I'd say like my youngest memories are, singing at home, singing at home with my dad and like being in awe of like him working on the computer and like creating songs, and also dancing in the mirror with my mum and sister. So those two things are very important ingredients into who Shan is. I feel, and then
Brilliant.
obviously doing that and just being outside, like creating like our craziest shown onto was at university, Middlesex, studied music business and events management, and that was again I got to know an implement of more knowledge for my
Yeah.
career, and then even going on to touring as Whitney in Whitney Queen of the Night show, a UK tour. We toured like Wales, and we went
Yeah.
literally all over the UK and in Europe as well. So that was great training, and to expand my vocal range, it really helped with that, and my stamina on stage.
Yeah.
And just being on the road is training in itself, it's hard.
Yeah.
And then going on to participating in X Factor, and along the journey, I've always been writing songs and playing my guitar and developing those skills. So when I did finish the Whitney show, I was like, okay, I really want to showcase more of what I can do and who I am as an artist. So X Factor gave that platform, and it, I was more hoping to go on there singing more original songs, but I was still able to show my vocal talents. And now leaving that, doing the tour, we toured the UK. I'm sure we went to Wales again. I'm sure we did. But and then touring it, releasing new music, then being given, presented the opportunity to audition for Les Mis, then getting that role, and being a part of the concert with these amazing people, like wow, playing opening and being supported so much. That was a blessing, and again a field that I hadn't really tapped into, like West End, and also like a show like Les Mis and a show like Whitney Queen and the Night are totally different. Like Whitney Queen and the Night was more sort of theatre and concert vibe, although Les Mis was a concert, but it was totally different. And so then given the opportunity to stay on to perform at the Sondheim as Eponine, and releasing more original music, building my social media platforms, and then COVID. And then I released an EP. I released another EP, a new EP.
Amazing.
And that was, called Braveheart. So that's my most recent EP that I've released. And that was I'm sure it was in August. Too much happening. So then, being nominated for my work at Les Mis at the Stage Debut Awards, I was found a winner for Best Female Performer in a Musical.
Amazing.
Just on Sunday. And
wow.
So what was it? And then now we're here, and I'm just planning, and my mind's like got ideas, and I'm feeling really grateful and being inspired by the things I'm seeing and creatives that I'm seeing, and there's just a lot out there, and I want to just now continue to encourage other people to just keep going, and also myself continue on my journey and see what's out there for me and what the best thing is. So
amazing.
I think
wow. Okay, it's like, where do we start? Right.
Sorry guys, too much information, overload.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's like just trying to pick out. I guess it's really difficult to pick out poignant moments, because as a journey, like you don't want to forget not the bad stuff, but the stuff that maybe you didn't enjoy as well. Like you don't want to forget those bits, because they shaped your journey.
They shaped it, and it's so true, and you learn so much, and when things like might get hard, you remember you was probably at that place before, and like how you came out of it and what happened when you did, and so you learn from those things for sure.
Definitely. So talk about your most recent appearance in a musical. Like, how was that for you? Did you ever think you'd ever be in a musical?
I'd auditioned for musicals before, so and whenever I go and watch musicals, I just love it. I just love it so much.
Yeah.
And I remember watching Dreamgirls and Motown the Musical, and even Wicked, stuff like that, and just even theatre, just straight theatre as well. And I just be like, wow, I just love it so much. So I think just that within me was like, I'd love to do this, or I can see myself doing this, and just being in awe of everyone.
Yeah.
I didn't expect a show like Les Mis though. That's where I was like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
So it's I didn't expect it, but I had definitely done auditions in the past. I remember I did audition for Dreamgirls once. I didn't get, like, that was a really horrible, like, not horrible, but like the audition process was really hard for me, because I wasn't well, and when you're not well and you go on an audition room, you're like, oh, I didn't do good. It was so bad.
Yeah.
But I've loved it. So I was like, oh, that would be really cool to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect myself to be in a musical like Les Mis.
Yeah. it's such tough music, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like it's iconic, and I think that's the thing. Like it's the terror of the fact that everybody knows the music, and you're like, okay,
Yes.
right.
Yeah, and I was quite new to the music as well. Like I knew the main songs like I Dream the Dream because I grew up in that field with TV and like X Factor and Britain's Got Talent. Like, I watched those shows growing up, so I was familiar with that song. And I knew the film came out, but I never got around to watching it at the time. And I knew it was just big, but
Yeah.
I just never got around to knowing more about it. So when the opportunity came, I was like, I know this musical, but I don't know. I need to do my research before I even consider this, because
Yeah.
sort of thing. And I heard the soundtrack, and I was like, this is so classical, and which I love classical music, and I studied it. I studied it a bit of it at university, and I did really well as well. I was quite surprised of myself. But listening to the soundtrack, I was like, where does Shan fit into this? The one that's saying like she loves
Yeah.
reggae and pop and soul.
Yeah.
Like, where does that girl fit into this music? And then I heard on my own, and I was like, oh, and I studied ethony, and I was like, okay, it makes
There we
sense.
go.
I can see
Yeah.
myself. Yeah.
Amazing. So how does that differ from releasing an EP? What, like, to me, like, that sounds like worlds apart, but how does that
Right?
for you, like, what was that experience like? Because that is so cool.
Thank you. It's, I suppose, yeah, it's totally different. Definitely opposites. And I have gone through phases where I'm like, should I pursue more music with it, or should I pursue more music? And I remember like speaking to the girls in the dressing room, like Carrie and Katie and Lily, like they're like, no, you can do both, and just keep, if you're good at one and good at the other as well, that's fine. Like there's a time and place for each, and there will be a time where you can focus on one, and there'll be a time where you can focus on the other. So
Yeah.
they take two different minds in a way,
Yeah.
and I always hoped I could merge the two, or like that people that support me in musical theatre would also enjoy my music as an artist. Um, I think people love original music, so and
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gifted with that, with the ability to play my guitar. I've nurtured that talent for so many years, and I'm still nurturing it.
Yeah.
Songwriting talents, I'm still nurturing it. So I think I have things to say. So
Yeah.
it's originality is also important to me. As much as I love telling the stories of others, I
Yeah.
feel like we all have our own story as well. So
Yeah.
that's where the music comes in. Tell my own story.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
why stop doing that to only tell someone else's? Like if I have the
Exactly.
ability to tell mine as well.
Yeah, definitely. And do you take, like, with your songwriting, do you take kind of things that are happening in the now and apply it to your writing, or is it like things that have happened before? Do you look at, like, what are your influences when you write?
Yeah, it's a bit of everything really, but like yesterday I was writing a song, and that's about my now. That was about how I'm feeling and the love that I'm feeling from everyone, and yeah, I just felt the song would just and it just flowed easily. So that was about my now, and I've written songs about past and about situations that I see in the world that are happening right now. But I think the best or the songs that connect the most with people are the ones that are most personal. Um, yeah, and that come from an experience you've experienced, because then you can really tell that story
Yeah.
with clarity, and people get it, and people love to hear your side of things. And yeah, but it's definitely telling stories about the now, but literally you can find inspiration from anywhere. I can
Yeah.
read a book and be like, I want to write a story, or I mean I want to write a song, or I can look at a video of someone preaching or giving a motivational talk online, and I want to write a song about that, or a fiction book that I'm reading. You know,
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
definitely.
literally everything. It's kind of like journaling. You can journal about everything, just your mind, whatever's in your mind.
Yeah, definitely. And that's amazing that you've got that creative outlet that you can, like you say, most people journal and that's how they roll. But like you can put that into music, and that you can turn that into a song that, like, so
It
many
is, yeah.
people resonate with, you know, like it touches so many people, whether like they feel that they've had the same experience or they know somebody who has, or like that just really touches them. They made you think about something that they've never thought about before, and I love that
Yeah.
about original music. Like I'm rubbish, I so couldn't write my own music. Like it's just not for me, but like I write shows for the children to perform, and I think like that's a different kind of outlet, isn't it, you know?
Yes, but it's all creative.
Yeah,
I love
definitely.
that.
So, if you could duet with anyone in the world, who would you want to duet with? No holes barred, anyone.
That's crazy. Did it have to be alive?
No.
Wow, that's a tough question. I'm torn between Bob Marley and Whitney Houston. Yeah.
Could you do a trio? I mean,
Right? Also, Lauryn Hill. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start listing people now. I really want to duet with Gregory Porter as well.
oh my
Like,
God, he is insane.
I'm
Oh,
putting it out there. One day we'll have a song.
yes, yeah. We're marking history right now. We're doing it. We're saying
Yes,
right now, we're marking
exactly.
history. You're gonna do it.
Amen. Amen. So, like, ones that have passed, I say Bob Marley and Whitney, and then ones that are alive, Lauryn Hill, Gregory Porter.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Well, I think, yeah, I think we've just done it. I think we've just marked it in the calendar. You're going to do it.
Yes, yes, I believe so.
What about an all-girl power band? If you could put together an all-girl power band, who would you want in your band? I mean, you don't have to be in it if you want to like manage it, but I mean,
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's such a good idea. Do they have to? Okay, performers. The
yeah.
performers. I'd love to put Carrie Hope Fletcher. Yeah, and then uh oh, sorry, hold on, get in there. Carrie Hope Fletcher, Alicia Keys. That's different, isn't it?
I'm
Yeah,
already like loving it.
Alicia Keys on the piano. There's an artist that I love called Anderson .Paak. He's like a drummer, rapper,
Okay.
singer.
Yeah.
Very different. Um, and then, um, ooh, Shin. Sorry, Rachel Ango. I call her Shin. Rachel Ango.
Yeah.
Love her, man. She's so talented. And also, who else? We need like, I don't know if you've heard of Caroline Kay. I hope I'm saying her name right. She's like, she's a writer, musical theatre, theatre
Yeah.
world. She wrote a musical during lockdown with another guy. Bad with names, I apologise. But
It's
yeah,
okay.
it was really cool, and I was just like, I love her work. So yeah,
Yeah.
and um, no. And then I put Lily Cahoas.
You've got one heck of a band going on here.
Lily Cahoas played Cosette in Flaming Loves. So yeah, oh my god, female power. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful lineup. Carrie, Alicia Keys, Rachel Ango, Caroline Kay, Lily Cahoas. I think that's all I said, right?
Wow.
I don't know if I put myself in it. I might. I might. I'm very tempted to.
Yeah, definitely. I'd want to be in it. Go for
Yeah,
it. Do it.
let's do it. I love
Ah.
that.
So, apart from music, what other loves or pastimes do you have?
What other pastimes?
Yeah. What do you
Pastime.
Yeah, what do you
What do
love?
you know what? Someone asked me this on an Instagram live the other day, and I was like, "What do I love?" So, Shan, you need to like do some more stuff. Um, I enjoy like exercising and cooking, and like I'm getting into like interior design and stuff.
Ooh.
that sort of thing. We're currently like redecorating the house as well, so like I'm doing a lot of that, using the time to get the house done. Um, and just I love like makeup and fashion as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's so hard when like people always
This is
say like,
like
see,
takes too much of your time.
yeah, it's so hard to say like when music is kind of like your life and everything like revolves around it. You're just like, I don't know. Yeah, one of the kids asked me the other day. They were like, "So Jen, like, what do you do as a hobby?" And I was like,
This is my
it's really
this
hard,
is my
isn't
hobby,
it?
and I need to put all the time into it to make it work and to make it not just a hobby, but more than that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And like every part of your life kind of like revolves around it. It's just a bit like, I don't know. Because like you go to watch theatre as well as do it. You get, like
Yeah,
it's like,
enjoy it just as much. Yeah. And then
oh,
like everything that in your spare time you're like working and doing the things to make it work, and but if
yeah,
you do the necessity like your household stuff and your
yeah.
rest, and you might watch like watching movies and stuff, but yeah, it's still that creative field.
Just all rolls into one.
Yeah.
So, have you done a lot of traveling?
Yeah, I would say I've done a good amount. I want to do more. I love traveling. Would you like me to tell you where I've been?
Yes, please.
I've been to America. I really enjoyed America. Like, so LA, Atlanta, New York. I would love to go back as soon as possible. I've been to places in Africa, so like I went to Gambia and Egypt, so that was amazing. And Morocco. And also I've been to many places in Europe. I enjoyed Paris for the short while I was there. I've been to Barcelona. Um, well, like been to Poland and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I really want to go to like Brazil. My sister's been to Brazil. I want to go to Brazil and like Asia and stuff. So yeah,
yeah.
I haven't yet to conquer those areas, but
Amazing.
I've travelled.
Yeah.
Important to
Have you
travel.
had like a favorite place?
Yeah, I'd say the Gambia.
Yeah,
That was beautiful. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely beautiful. I learned a lot. It was just, yeah, I was like, wow, eye opener. It's so beautiful, and
yeah,
Africa is huge. So it's a big continent. So I'm just like, wow, there's so much more to see. But
yeah,
and the people were the golden pots. Like they were truly, truly wonderful.
yeah. Yeah, I know so many people who've been. I'm desperate to go. Like, yeah, oh my gosh, I would love to. And I know so many people who've been, and they're like, do you know what? The place is beautiful, but the people are remarkable, and
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people have said. Like,
yeah, they're so cool. My kind of people. Like I see
yeah,
myself. Yeah, 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 totally.
yeah,
I love it.
beautiful, amazing. So that would be a definite place you'd recommend.
Yeah, go to the Gambia. You learn a lot,
Amazing.
and also you're just embraced. Whatever
Yeah.
culture you are, you're embraced. So I love that.
Beautiful. Amazing. So, what about a road trip? If you were able to hire one of these cool like camper vans and you could go on a
Mm.
road trip anywhere, where would you want to go?
I mm, don't a lot of people that go to Spain and stuff. Like I'd do
Yeah.
that. I'd do that. I go to Spain, and that's something that we probably could do right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I,
I'd go somewhere in Europe. Actually, Italy. Have I been to Italy properly? Might go to Italy, possibly.
yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, loads of people say Italy's just stunning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I want to go now. I want to go away. I'm ready.
I know, I know. We were supposed to be going to New York in May, but obviously like we couldn't.
I'd love to do a road trip in America as well. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Dream big.
Absolutely. Do you know what? If you don't, like, you know, you never know. Like, you never know what opportunities are going to come your way. And, like, I say this to the children that I teach all the time, like, take everything, take every opportunity. And, like, it could turn out to be
Yeah.
one of those decisions that you go, oh dear, okay, probably shouldn't have done that, or actually that didn't make any kind of like odds in anything, but like you know, you very rarely lose something. There's so much
Yeah,
to gain, so much to gain,
so
and like
true.
sometimes it's not about monetary value, it's not about where you kind of like went up in the world on the ladder. It's about that person that you met and you gain a friend for life, or you know, like you gain like a support network or whatever it is. It's not always about these, you know, these
Yeah,
ideologies that
yeah,
everybody so like
yeah,
dreams about, you know. And particularly young kids, they see like Instagram and stuff, and they see all these people's lives, and they're like, I want that life, and I want to be really really rich, and I want to be on telly, and I want to be, you know. And then I'm like, that's great, and that's, you know, that's a great dream to have at 10. um
yeah,
but there's so much more to things than that. And I think, like I say to
yeah.
people all the time, like
You're
it's,
happy in your place.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And you know, the connections that you make, there's nothing better than knowing like you've made a really good connection, whether that's just like on a work level or on a friendship level or like family, whatever it might be. Like that for me is like one of my key things that I drill into them. Like,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. For sure. I totally 100% agree, and I'm encouraged by that, what you just said as well. So
yeah,
yeah, true. And I always go to these deep thoughts, like, what my, life, and I'm not actually alive, and I'm like, oh my God, like,
yeah,
I'm living my purpose, but am I living my purpose? Like, just stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
There's Life is amazing. It's crazy.
It is. It is. It's a crazy journey. So lockdown. Let's talk about lockdown. What
Yeah.
kept you busy?
I'd say working on the house, and also working on my music, and learning songs, and TikToking.
Yes.
um, and yeah, stuff like that really. Housework as well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Things
Def-
that kept your mind busy.
yeah, it was like when I was doing Les Mis, it was like every day it was very full on, and like it's very a disciplined schedule, which is great. But I didn't really have time to do things that I needed to do at home, or to just sit and be like, "Oh, what do I need to do?" And what's important now. So that's what lockdown allowed me to do. It's been a blessing in disguise. As hard as it is, and as sad as it is that the industry has taken a knockback, but it has been a blessing in other areas.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So what do you think is the most nerve-wracking thing that you've ever been asked to do?
Um, I'd say act.
Yeah.
Acting. That was my most nerve-wracking thing. I think
Yeah.
acting in the way in which musical theatre requires you to, and
Yeah.
being in the West End requires you to. That was the
Yeah.
most nerve-wracking thing. It was kind of new to me, and yeah, I was just like, you want to get it right, and yeah, it's just totally different. It's a different world. So that
Yeah.
was the most nerve-wracking thing. But
Yeah.
the fact it might be the most nerve-wracking, but you're the most supported. It's probably one
Yes.
of the most supportive industries I've been in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny, isn't it? I think from like an outsider looking in, a lot of people say to me, "Oh God, it must be one of the worst industries to work in, Jen," because I should imagine everybody's just wanting to get their end goal, and like everybody's pushing you out the way all the time and stepping over you, and like, you know,
Mm,
and I'm like, it's so far from that. You wouldn't believe it, you know, the amount of times you've stepped foot in a company and you've been terrified because you're like, "Oh my God, there's so many people and they're
yeah,
so brilliant, and it's like me, and like who am I, and like what am I doing here?"
that
You
and
know.
this, yeah,
And you just worry what everybody's thinking about you, you know, like your critical mind starts going, and you just assume that everybody is thinking those things that you're thinking.
mm,
And it's so not the case. People are like so lovely and so happy to embrace you and scoop you up when you need to be scooped up, and like, you know,
yeah,
support you and congratulate you when you've done an amazing like job. And do you know what I mean? And that
exactly.
is what I love about it, and that is what I preach to the kids all of the time. Like, you
Mm,
have to be happy for one another, you know, when so and so gets that role, even if you really wanted it. Like, you know, look at look at them and be happy for them, and you know, work together as a team. It's such a team effort.
Yes.
Such
Yeah.
a team effort.
That makes the dream work. It's you're 100% correct. You think you're the most nerve-wracking person at the time, but you think so. It seems so daunting, but it's when you step in there, it's like wow, it's really truly beautiful. And I think everyone is just has such a grateful attitude, and
Yeah.
because they worked for where they got, where they are, and where they want to go, and they know that time and chance happens for all. So it's just a matter of time, and everyone's just so beautiful and kind. Yeah, obviously, you know, you get the clashes here and there, but most of the time it's a blessing.
Definitely. It is 100%. So my last question for you is, what is next for you? Where are you going now? What's coming up for you? What do you hope for the future?
I hope to release more original music for sure. I'm always open to that, and my style and my ideas are always expanding and being inspired. I would love to do more musical theatre. I would love to expand on that and do another show. Um, yeah, and also expand like my Shan vibe stuff, like just my brand and who I am online in person. Yeah, expand
Amazing.
expand the business.
Definitely, definitely. There's just a huge world out there waiting for everyone, isn't there? And
Yeah,
it's just like there's so many possibilities, and I think it's amazing, like what you've done, you know, from like your own music to the musical theatre. Like I think it's incredible, and I just wish you all the best of luck.
thank you so much. I'm just so grateful to be embraced by the theatre community as well. It's just nice to be embraced by the theatre industry and to be able to do my music and also my music embraced on both
Yeah,
sides. My music fans embracing my theatre, and yeah, I'm just really
definitely.
pleased.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
I hope everyone watching is encouraged as well, and
Yeah,
just know that the future is out there, as you've said. Like there's so much out there for us to grab hold of, and we just need to, you know, be connect ourselves within. That's so,
definitely.
and then go ahead and as we develop our skills at the school and stuff,
Yeah,
yeah, just keep developing those, and the right things will come to you, and go for all the opportunity.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, just say yes and then go for it and see what happens.
Exactly, so true.
Amazing. Well, you've been an absolute star. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat to me.
No worries. Thank you for having me. I can't wait to. I must come and visit you guys one day.
Yes, yeah, amazing.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, they'd love that. They'd love that. We've been so lucky, like I say, so many people have just been they've wrapped us up, and you know, they've chatted to me on here, and then they've, you know, got in touch and been like, yeah, just go for it, and you know, give the kids my best luck, and yeah, like we'll try and like collaborate, or we'll try and see one another, and they would love that because they really are. I mean, I'm so biased, but they're great kids.
Yes,
And
you're a great woman. So
oh, thank you.
reflecting. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, they're brilliant, and they really take on everything on board, and they just want to learn all the time, which is just, I mean, it's so much hard work for you because you're constantly trying to think of things, new things that they can do, because they like smashed it. I mean, at the
Yeah.
moment we're not allowed to sing. We're still, because there's so many of them, we're still not allowed to do that. So I wrote a play for them, and we're working on that, but they're missing the music. They're so missing the music, and I was like, how can we integrate it? So I was like, right, we're going to learn a sign song. So we're at the moment we're learning a song in sign language. And do you know what? I said to one of the ladies that works with me, I said, do you know what, this is going to be so tough. Like it's really hard. I do sign language, but I struggle. It's really it's a difficult skill. But to do it to music in time, you know, so hard.
That's
And
so amazing.
they
Well,
did the chorus last week on Saturday and like literally smashed it, and I was like, what the heck? Like,
oh,
yeah,
you're onto a great thing.
Thank you. I'm so proud of them, and I love it. I love it. I love what we do, and I love where we're going. And you know, COVID kind of like sets you back a bit, and we're not on the track that we thought we were going to be on. But I was like, do you know what? We're just going to roll with it. And they're so inspiring every day. Like you throw something at them, and they throw it straight back, and it's epic. It is epic.
Round of applause to you all. Yes.
Yay!
So good.
Well, you take care of yourself. I really hope that everything comes off for you, and I would love to stay in touch.
Absolutely, I can't wait. And I'm just wishing you all the best.
Thank you
Keep
so
going.
much.
And everyone that's listening, keep going, man. This is great.
Definitely. Amazing. Well, you take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you soon.
You too. Thank you again.
Bye. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, how awesome was that? Thank you so much, Shan. I can't believe this journey so far. Crazy. From a little seed of an idea at the start of lockdown when I was just in utter panic, to be honest, and how it has progressed and the journey that it's taken and all of the amazing people I've had the pleasure and joy of chatting with. And I'm not stopping yet. Fingers crossed we can get to Christmas. That would be amazing. Make sure you like, subscribe and click the little bell. Have a great week, everyone. Take care and wrap up warm because it's freezing. Lots of love. Bye.